All right, welcome. New release Friday. We've got three of them that came out today. We are going to be busting into some of all three new releases. And of course, it is going to take us a little while to get through it all. But before we get started ripping, there is some information to go over. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So feedback is automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So that's a little bit of a win-win and no waiting. Woohoo. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, spending a little time with me, bidding and breaking, and hopefully chatting and hanging out a little bit too. Taking a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead. So both Saturday and Sunday are off nights. On Monday night, we're going to be opening Tier 1 baseball again by the full case. On Tuesday night, we'll open a half case of Bowman baseball. Those, once again, are loose boxes from shared cases, as is going to be, unfortunately, the case with most Bowman that I have this year, just because of the stupid way Topps split it up and shipped it. On Wednesday, we are going to open Diamond Kings Baseball. That is a new release for Wednesday, and we will be opening a 12-box inner case. Basically, here's what that means. They take two 12-box sealed cases, they put them in a larger box, and they call that a master case. But I'm just clarifying so that everybody knows what's what. It is a 12-box case, which is technically an inner case. All right, so that takes care of that. Now let's talk about what's up for tonight. So the first thing I will tell you is the order that we're going in tonight. So Court Kings basketball will be first, Tier 1 baseball will be second, and Score football our third break of the night. Both Court Kings and Tier 1 are 1-pack per box products, so neither of them will take a terribly long time. But if you are here for Score football, you're probably going to have, I would say, about 45 minutes, give or take 5 minutes in either direction, but somewhere in that neighborhood we'll be getting to Score football. So once again, the order is Court Kings, Tier 1, and then Score. So I'm anticipating that everything from tonight should be shipped out the door by Wednesday. Now I'm hoping I can get it out the door faster than Wednesday, but because some of this may take a little bit longer to sort than others, and some of you have spots in all three, we're going to say by Wednesday and hope for faster, okay? Now, the last little bit of information on this page that might apply is consolation cards. Probably doesn't apply to Score, could apply to Court Kings and Tier 1 potentially. And that is this: if you get skunked in the break and you do not pull a single card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It'll go out when the rest of the break goes out, because this is a paid shipping break, and it will have consolation card or cards in it. So that is what you need to know about what we are doing tonight. So first up is our 8-box half-case quantity break of Court Kings basketball. Everything that we are opening tonight ended tonight on eBay the same day it released, which is Friday the 5th of June. You'll find that the team names are on the left-hand side, the winning bidders across from each team there on the opposite side. And of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. The one you see there just applies to Court Kings. If you're in one of the other breaks tonight, you'll get a chance to see your name up there shortly. And last little piece of business. Yes, indeed. I am making the background a little blurry, but I don't want you to worry about that, because we don't care about what's back there, right? We care about what's in these boxes. That's the part that matters. So, yeah, that we're going to be able to see just fine. So let me get a few sleeves here out on the table, and then we'll get underway with Court Kings. Cheese Hot Dog is here saying good luck to everybody, looking for some good Vikings hits and Score. All right, well, Skull, we'll work on that for you. Alexander's here looking for some Red Sox coming up next in Tier 1. And Jay Allen is here too. Hi, Jay Allen. What did you say? You said go pay? Did you mean to say go Phillies? I think that's what you have in here. All right, so we are looking for 2 autographs or memorabilia cards per box, as it says on there. There's an or in there. We hate the or, but yeah. And it also says on average. You know, Panini's favorite 2 words in the English language are on average. So occasionally they might short us a hit. We hope it doesn't happen. Occasionally it does. And the other thing that can sometimes happen that would apply to quote unquote on average is that, yeah, every once in a while they will replace a hit or hits with Panini Rewards Points cards. If that happens to us tonight, we will, of course, use random.org and send out those or give out those points cards at the end of whatever break we pulled them in. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, hopefully. All right, we're going to get our Court Kings on. And who else just jumped in here? Christian is here. Hi, Christian. And T-Man is looking for some Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, oh, Jay Allen asked if somebody could pay for score, and I overlooked it. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. If you still, because it's our 3rd break tonight, if you owe for score, yeah, go in there and take care of it, and we'll be good to go. All right. So thank you, Jay Allen, too, for answering that. Tell you what, let's just get all of our packs out of here. I don't know how I did not see that. Sometimes multitasking is not my friend when I'm doing more than one thing. I try to look over there and catch chat, and every once in a while I just miss one. I don't see one over there. So thank you, Jay Allen, always having my back. Bill's Cards, what's your question about the score break? You said you have a question about it. Lay it on me. And once again, for those of you who have jumped in the meantime, Court Kings is first, Tier 1 is second. Each of those breaks are 1 pack per box, so they will not take either of them an incredibly long time. They'll be fairly fast. And then Score is the 3rd break of the night. So no, the score break hasn't happened yet. Whoever just asked me that. No, I mean, we literally just started the whole entire break for the night. So it'll be a little while to get that. And Bill's Cards, autographs. You do get autographs. Guys, if you read in the listing description, it says veteran base cards. And if you scroll down, it tells you exactly what that means. And that teams get all of the inserts and all of the autographs and relics and parallels and numbered cards. Literally, it is base cards. Veteran base that has its own bidding category. All that is outlined really specifically in the listing description. If you scroll down through there, you'll see it spells out precisely what the teams get, which is everything but veteran base. All right, there's a little Detroit Tigers insert there. And then we have an apprentice artist insert here, Cam Reddish for the Atlanta Hawks. And it looks like Damian Jones is the first on the horizon tonight. That is numbered to 99 for the Atlanta Hawks. So there's our first hit out of box number 1. And behind that is our second one. And this one is going to the Trailblazers. It appears to be numbered to 35, and it is Sabonis for the Trailblazers. That one is actually a sticker. Was the first one? Yeah, I guess it was. Both stickers. Thought they weren't going to be, but they are. There's a Maestro insert for Karl Anthony Towns. We're just looking at all of our inserts, being that this is the first box. That one is a LeBron James for the Lakers that says points in the paint. And then that is another insert there for the Pistons. So that's kind of how these packs are going to look. Few, 2 or 3 base cards per pack, bunch of different types of inserts, and then our 2 hits. So that is where we go. We've got, of course, again, base coming through on the top there. And let's just go ahead and bring the rest of our inserts up here. Let's do that. We'll look at all those first. So First Steps, that's the first one of those we've seen. That one was Darius Garland. And there's more points in the paint. Lillard, Trailblazers, and the Warriors with an insert for Pascal. Another portrait. That one is 76ers. Most of these inserts don't appear to be numbered, but this one should be because it's got the blue writing. Points in the paint. Sure enough, it is numbered to 25, and this is the Dallas Mavericks and Kristaps Porzingis. Our first hit that we see out of this is Grant Williams. It's numbered to 179 for the Celtics, and that is a relic. Next hit out of this box, Jarrett Culver, headed to the T-Wolves. It is numbered to 25, and that one is an on-card autograph, such as it is. It's, you know, he didn't waste a lot of effort there on signing that, but such as it is on card. So, Jay Allen, you said you've had a severe storm and it's finally out of here, so you are now going to head off and get some rest. All right, my friend. Well, we will try to work our mojo magic and see if we can find any Phillies for you while you are snoozing away. Apprentice artist Jarrett Culver and the T-Wolves. Here's a Maestro that is a Zion insert for Nola. So the first Zion that we see tonight. And Carson Edwards for the Celtics, and we've got some base. That's Trae Young, Paul George, Gordon Hayward. And we've seen this already 2 or 3 times. There he is again for the 76ers. And here's a Tobias Harris that is numbered to 149, I believe that says. It's kind of hard for me to see it, but I think that's what it says. It's for the 76ers. The Grizzlies, we've got a Ja Morant to 179. I wish that was signed, but at least we're not sending you home empty-handed, so you got a relic on there. And then it is P.J. Washington, an on-card for the Charlotte Hornets, and that is numbered to 149. All right. Let's go ahead and pull these on around to the front here. We get the good stuff out of the way. Giannis, the Greek Freak, comes out for the Milwaukee Bucks. Then we've got one out for the Pelicans with Melly, followed by a Carson Edwards. That is the Celtics. Then we've got a little base here for the Pistons and the Bucks and the Magic. And then, of course, our portrait again, this one, R.J. Barrett and the Knicks. Followed by a numbered Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Oklahoma City Thunder, and it is numbered to 149. Nola. You've got a Jackson Hayes relic to 179. We know what those are now from, we've seen them enough on the back that I think we know there now, don't we? When they're going to be relics. And our on-card autograph, you know I have a hard time saying his name, Diumbu. I don't think I still got it right, but guess what? It's a 1 of 1. So how you like that, Detroit Pistons? I think we're going to case him up. So hang tight there for a second. Since he happens to be a handsome little 1 of 1, we're going to go ahead and case him up, I think. Tennessee is talking about that there are different levels of cards. Yeah, guys, there are, and it shows you on the back. So that's why, you know, on those inserts, I'm flipping them over so you can see on the back it's, you know, up to level 4, I think it is. And that way you can see it on there for those of you who are interested in the various kinds of levels that we see on some of our base cards. There, now he's all happy in his little case for the Detroit Pistons with a 1 of 1. I like it when we get 1 of 1s. It makes me happy. All right, so far so good tonight. Here is another First Steps. This is the Hawks and Cam Reddish. And then we have more points in the paint. There's a Kyle Lowry, followed by Kobe White and the Bulls. Then we've got some base. There's Kyrie Irving for the Nets and Miles Bridges, the Hornets. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., the Grizzlies. Here's our portrait, and that is a Carson Edwards. And, of course, that's also the Celtics. We've got another one for the Celtics with a Grant Williams that happens to be number 225. So, nice little low number there on Grant Williams. Our relic, it's the Wizards. Rui Hachimura to 179 is our relic hit. And then we've got an autograph. We're all about Grant Williams tonight, aren't we, with the Celtics? There he is again, numbered to 149 with your autograph hit for Boston. Bill said, shout out to the Pistons. Yes, indeed. Pistons are, they seem to be represented pretty well so far tonight. There's a Brandon Ingram, Nola, followed by the 76ers and Thibault, I butcher his name generally too. Semenic for the Spurs. We've got more base. There's Kyrie again for the Nets, Miles Bridges, the Hornets, and another Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies. Looks like Kobe White on the horizon here for our portrait. That's headed to the Bulls. And a numbered points in the paint, Zach LaVine for the Chicago Bulls, and it is numbered to 149. Next up, we have numbered to 179, Jalen Noel for the T-Wolves, and that's a little different looking relic. That's the Art Nouveau relic. Obviously, those don't come out as often. Those are a little more scarce. R.J. Barrett and the Knicks bringing home some ink, numbered to 125, hard signed on card, R.J. Barrett, New York Knicks. Gina, what was missing? You said you were missing something in a package. Was like the package intact or like open and stuff had come out of it in transit? CJ McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. This is Taco Fall for the Celtics, followed by Kendrick Nunn and the Miami Heat. We've got base Jrue Holiday for the Pelicans, John Wall Wizards, Andre Drummond Pistons. Our portraits card, that is Darius Bazley for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And a points in the paint to 149, Devin Booker for the Suns. Oh, very funny. It was missing a Doug Flutie autographed jersey. Yeah, right. Well, if we had ever hit a Doug Flutie autographed jersey, I might buy that. But since we never hit one, I gotta think maybe that didn't happen that way. This is Damian Jones for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a high court signatures. That one is numbered to 99, and it is a sticker autograph. Nola, I saw that logo and I got really happy there for a minute. I thought maybe we had Jermaine, but instead we have Nickeil Alexander-Walker autograph to 149. I was hoping for you, man. I was. Christian, you are a Celtics fan, but you have the Hawks, so you're still loving the Celtics hit? Ah, cool. Mobile Man, I'm with you. I saw that Pelicans logo and I thought, oh, we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. But then, yeah, no, we didn't. All right. There is Siakam for the Toronto Raptors and a Grant Williams for the Celtics, followed by Melly again for Nola. Got base TJ Warren for the Pacers, the Hornets, and Terry Rozier. Mr. Doncic for the Mavericks. There's another Kobe White portraits insert We have a numbered Blake Griffin. That is, where is the number on it? Ah, down there, hiding. Numbered to 49. Pistons taking home a nice little numbered card there. Gina, where you been anyway, by the way? Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? The Memphis Grizzlies with a Brandon Clark relic to 179. And the last autograph we see, look at this. We've already hit his 1 of 1, and we're going to hit him again. What are the odds? Numbered to 149 this time. The Pistons are on fire there. They're kind of winning the break, didn't they? They did quite well, the Pistons. All right, we need to recap this little bad boy here. So let's get ready to do that. And we did just have the one Zion insert. Even though he's not numbered, I decided we'd go ahead and recap it because there was just the one. And then our numbered cards, the Blake Griffin here to 49 for the Pistons. The Devin Booker for Phoenix to 149. The Chicago Bulls to 149 with Zach LaVine. Grant Williams, numbered to 25. The Celtics, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to 149 for OKC. 76ers to 149. And Kristaps, Mavericks to 25. All right, so that takes care of the numbered stuff that is not autographed or relics or whatever. So now let's do those and see what we've got in here. So first up, it is a Damian Jones for the Atlanta Hawks, numbered to 99. Then Mr. Diembu, numbered to 149 for the Pistons. While we're at it, oh yeah, we happen to hit his 1 of 1 too. Frankly, they don't look much different, do they? I mean, truthfully, they pretty much look like the same card. I mean, except for the fact that it says 1 of 1 on the back, they otherwise look pretty much the same. Then we have Brandon Clark with a relic for the Memphis Grizzlies. And a little ink here for Nola with Nickeil Alexander-Walker to 149. There's some ink for the Atlanta Hawks. It's Damian Jones again to 99. So that is not a bookend exactly. There are 2 Damian Jones autographs in there, but they are on different card sets. So not quite a bookend on it. R.J. Barrett for the Knicks to 125. The Art Nouveau relic, that is to 179. It's going to the T-Wolves with Jalen Noel. Grant Williams, Celtics, 149. A relic for the Wizards, Rui Hachimura, 179. Relic for Nola, 179, Jackson Hayes. Some ink for Mr. P.J. Washington and the Charlotte Hornets to 149. A Ja Morant relic, 179, Memphis Grizzlies. Jarrett Culver, numbered to 25 for the T-Wolves. And a Grant Williams relic. Got a lot of Grant Williams to 179, Celtics. And last but certainly not least, it is Sabonis, and that is the Trailblazers, and it is numbered to 35. All right, there we go, kids. So that is our half case of Court Kings all wrapped up. And Bill's card said you got the rainbow started. Yeah, there are a couple of players in there I think we just about got the rainbow started on. I'm telling you, we did have some nice cards in there tonight, which is always a good way to start the evening. Let's take a look at our good old friend, the spreadsheet again. So Wednesday, I'm thinking everything will be out the door by then. I hope maybe before then, but it should be out the door by that point anyway. And if you get skunked in any of these breaks tonight, and by skunked, I mean you do not hit a single card of any sort for your team, meaning you don't get a base card or anything, you will still get a package in the mail. It will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door because it is a paid shipping break, and it'll have consolation cards in it. And, you know, sometimes you get good luck with those, like Gina. If she's still here, Gina will tell you she's had some good luck with some of the consolation stuff in the past. All right, so that is how that works. So Court Kings is in the books. We are headed next into Tier 1 baseball. It sounds like it'll take a while, but it really doesn't because it's also a 1-pack per box product. And then Score Football will follow that. So it's a 16-box case break of Tier 1 baseball. And of course, the 2020 version just came out today. It ended tonight on eBay. We're breaking it the same night, which is Friday night, the 5th of June. Team names are there on the left-hand side, and then across from each team, the winning bidder's eBay user ID can be found across from that. And then, of course, when we get to Score, we'll be putting up the spreadsheet again for that. So if you're here for Score, don't go too far. I'm thinking, you know, Tier 1 will probably take us 20, 25 minutes, something like that. So give or take 5 minutes in either direction, but won't take us, it'll take us as long to get all the product out of the box as it does to actually look at the cards, as is often the case when we have products like this. It just takes a while to get it all out of there, and then we're in good shape. Of course, I don't know if Major League Baseball is ever going to manage to get their stuff together to get a season started. NBA is ready to go, man. Coming back July 31st, signed, sealed, delivered, and Major League Baseball is still fighting over pay and number of games and where they're going to play and format and everything else. So MLB is going to have a hard row to hoe. All right. So, Gina, you've been good, but it's pretty hot where you are. It's been pretty hot where I am, too. It's to be early in the year, but I'm going to tell you what, I'll take the heat over the cold any day. I'd much rather be hot than freezing, for sure. K-Sit Cards and Coins is here. You said you hope the Nats are just as good in Tier 1 as the Pistons were in Court Kings. Well, let's hope for. Let's hope that is the case. And what did you say? You don't think the card is in the one-touch correctly. Okay. I believe that it is in the one-touch correctly. That is exactly how it's supposed to be in the one-touch, where the corners are in the little diamond parts and can't be touched. And it's exactly in there pretty much exactly like it's supposed to be. Can't move them around too much once they're in there, so I think he's good in there, but of course, you know, I can take him out and reseed him for you at the end of the night. If that is your team and you want it reseeded in there, I'll be happy to do it, but I believe he looks like he's pretty solid in there. Christian wants to know if all the cards ship. So once again, guys, if anytime I do a break where not all the cards ship, it is always, without fail, going to tell you that in the listing description, probably in 2 or 3 different places. So anytime it doesn't say that, then they all ship. So all the cards ship from Court Kings, all the cards ship from Tier 1. Veteran Base does not ship for Score Football, which was in the listing a couple times, and I think in the title and all over the place, because people, I find, oddly enough, they don't read that stuff. You'd think they would, but they don't. But yeah, so Court Kings, everything ships. Tier 1, everything ships. The only one that doesn't is Score, which had its own bidding category for Veteran Base. So somebody bought that already. Ooh, Gina, you got a Kyler Murray refractor in your consolation cards the other day. Very nice. See, you have good luck with that. I do like that. Bill's cards, yeah, we're going to be doing more score. We'll be doing more of score, and I think we've got more of Contenders Draft Picks football down there. There's little odds and ends of all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely be working through more of that sort of thing for sure. All righty, let's see here. This is Cal Ripken Jr. It is numbered to 50, and the Baltimore Orioles get the very first hit that we see tonight with a really nice card. I like when things start out that way. So Cal Ripken Jr. and the Orioles, it's a good way to start this break. It is numbered to 50. Behind that, we've got a George Springer relic for the Houston Astros, and I think that said... does that say 395 or what does that say? Yeah, 395. Man, I don't know. My eyes are not focusing in on some of these numbers tonight. Down there hiding in the shadows those numbers are. To 299, we have got ourselves an autograph for the Milwaukee Brewers with Trent Grisham. So Tier 1 is always a lot of fun. You know, we don't namby-pamby around with a bunch of base cards. Tier 1 just gets right down to business and gives you a lot of hits. It's one of the things I like the most about it. Hunter Dozier, Kansas City Royals. You're going to notice if you look on three, well, yeah, particularly three of these four corners, you see those little specks of white. Yeah, so a little bit of chipping, a little bit of wear. We're going to find that on probably a lot of these cards, unfortunately, even right out of the pack. This one is a sticker autograph because it is paired with a relic. It's numbered to 60. And Topps, usually when they do a relic autograph pairing, autograph's usually a sticker, oddly enough. And then all their other stuff is generally on card, so kind of weird. But anyway. DJ LeMahieu comes out for the Yankees. We again, you know, just assume that all of these are going to have minor edge and corner issues. That relic numbered to 395. Woohoo! A little bronze to 25. Logan Allen comes out for the Cleveland Indians. So that's a nice one as well to 25. Gina, I don't think I'm going to do the memorabilia vault this year. It really just, honestly, they make it so difficult. They put in so many of those like 16 by 20 photographs and stuff like that, and then they don't give you any box or any way to ship them safely, and those are really difficult to ship and to deal with. And that seems to come out of those vaults quite frequently. And I don't really think I'm going to open any of it this year. And that's mostly the reason why. Zach Wheeler for the Mets. Autograph numbered to 299. Our relic, once again, to 395. That's Mr. Biggio for the Blue Jays. One of several nice young rookies for the Jays. This is our bonus pack. We get an extra relic in here. That comes along usually once a case or twice a case. Once a case, maybe. Rizzo, Cubbies, $3.95. And then we have a Patrick Corbin to $299. So we did have some luck for your Nationals. How about that? That did work out pretty well. So yeah, there's usually a pack or maybe two. I can't remember. I haven't opened it since last year. A Tier 1 that'll have a fourth hit in it. So that was obviously one of them. And then we'll see if we can, maybe we'll have another one. I don't know. Fred McGriff, wow, for the Braves, numbered to 25. Now there's one you don't see very often. So if you have the Atlanta Braves, I think that's a pretty cool hit. Again, you know, minor chipping, edge and corner. The usual. A relic numbered to 395. Imagine that. And it is Clayton Kershaw going to the Dodgers. How about that? Now that's what I'm talking about. As a Biggio autograph to 299. I like that young core of guys for Toronto. Biggio, of course, being one of them. Bichette, Guerrero, it's a nice looking young group up there. So, I like that hit. I'm a fan of that. Okay, first up, we see the Cubbies and Nico Hornerer, numbered to 299. He looked pretty good when we saw him last year. His upper right corner definitely is a little bit chewed up. You can definitely see that. And up on the upper left too, but particularly the upper right is even more noticeable on that one. Numbered to 395, it is Austin Meadows out for the Tampa Bay Rays with a relic. Autograph, Mr. Yamamoto to 299, Miami Marlins. Gina, you said you're trying to do, if I decide to do Star Wars or pop culture break, yeah, I tried to get some Star Wars. I think I told you this because you asked me about that a year or maybe a year or two ago. And I didn't think Star Wars, frankly, would be all that hard to get. And I ordered some from several different distributors and I got shut out. It was all allocated pretty heavily, too. And I just thought, you know what? I cannot fight for one more thing. This is Francisco Lindor to 100 for the Indians, particularly lower left. I noticed some chipping. But that's a nice hit for Cleveland with Lindor to 100. So yeah, it just apparently is about as hard to get Star Wars as it is to get sports cards. And I mean, as it is, they're cutting us all back on sports cards even. This is Ortiz, Big Papi, Red Sox to 199. Lower one. And another bonus pack. We've got 4 hits here as well. Mike Trout, Angels, Relic, 395. Big Papi was our extra card. And then we have a Jose Canseco. Very good. That is the Oakland A's to 299. Yeah, I mean, even the numbers that they gave us before all the COVID stuff, which frankly were, I didn't think what I should have been getting anyway. And then they've come back and cut most of those numbers again on certain products because Topps and Panini are each printing less of their products so that they can get them out faster. And then so the distributors are getting less, so they're cutting us. And I mean, it's like a bloodbath right now. So we've got some definite edge and corner stuff going on, all 4 corners here. And that is Jose Altuve for the Houston Astros. You've got a relic autograph pairing, numbered to 25. Sticker autograph on that one. Relic, 395, Diaz, Marlins. And then a Max Muncy to 299 for the Dodgers. Yeah, point in case, Diamond Icons, which comes out this upcoming Wednesday, same day Diamond Kings comes out. From all 3 of my distributors, where I would normally get Diamond Icons, 2 of them gave me none. And the third one gave me 1 single box. That's it. That's all I got of Diamond Icons. From 3 distributors and the massive amount of money I spent with each of them, I got a whopping 1 single box of Diamond Icons. Chicago Cubbies and Alzolay, numbered to 299. CC Sabathia for the Yankees. Relic. Probably the 395. Why, yes, it is. And then we have a little combo here, and it's Gavin Lux. Ooh, Dodgers, nice. Yeah, that's sweet. That is numbered to 25, Gavin Lux for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Again, you can see on the edges, corners, mostly on the right-hand side on the back, upper more so than lower, but nice hit for LAD with Gavin Lux. Oh, yeah, Gina. I mean, I don't know if you just wanted like single box kind of stuff and you didn't care about a whole case or whatever, some of my distributors might let me have a box or 2. So if there's something like that that's coming up that you want, just message me and I'll ask them. And if I can get it for you by the box, I mean, I don't mind doing that if they'll give it to me. But generally, you do have to order several months in advance. Like Topps, most of their sports cards, we order about 6 months out. Star Wars, I'm not sure if it's that far out. I did get a pre-order today that had a Star Wars product on it, but I can't remember the name of the product. Sean Anderson, San Francisco Giants to 299. But if you shoot me over a message, Gina, I will look into it for you. This is Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. It is a relic numbered to 395. And we've got a third pack with an extra hit in it. And this one goes to the Red Sox with Michael Chavis. Also to 395. Oh, you know I love this. Cincinnati Reds are my team. I love them. So I'm jealous. Whoever has the Reds tonight, I'm jealous. It's the Punisher, Aristides Aquino, numbered to 299, headed to Cincinnati Reds. All right, we're on our next to last here. First card I see, it's Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez, Texas Rangers, numbered to 299. Again, corners imperfect. A beautiful relic. Oh, I love that relic. That's nice. And that is Javi Baez, which of course is the Cubbies. That's his All-Star Game relic, but clearly he's a Cub, says they're on the back. But so very, very, very nice looking relic. And it's also a 1 of 1. So we've had 2 breaks tonight and 2 1 of 1s. I like our odds. I'm going to go get a case for him. Hang on. Let's see if we can, well, if I can get it out of the plastic here. Maybe eventually we'll get it open and see about getting Mr. Javi Baez all happily put away in his case. His little 1 of 1 for the Cubbies. All right. Next up, it is a Brian Reynolds autograph, numbered to 299, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Behind that, we have Austin Meadows. That's a solid little hit, too. Tampa Bay Rays to 299. And again, corners. I know I say that all the time, but, oh, we weren't next to last. We have 2 left. But, you know, there are people that jump in and out. And if you don't say it and it's their card and then they get it and there's something going on, they'll be like, oh, what happened to the corners, you know. So I know it's repetitive, but sometimes you got to do it. Shane Bieber, 299, Cleveland Indians. But also, I'm a little bit picky. I am. I point out stuff that other breakers don't even think twice about because it's so common. But if I see it, I point it out. Like right there on that lower right corner, we got some stuff going on that edge. Oakland A's, Mark McGwire, number 2, 199 on that relic. Dodgers keep on piling it up. Matt Beatty to 299 going to the Dodgers. Something going on down there lower left. A little bit upper right as well. Now we're really at our last one. So it is Last Box Mojo coming out right now. And Tennessee says there hadn't been one Mariner. He's like, come on, Topps. How about a Mariner? So Tennessee, let's hope we can find you a Mariner in here. I know Jay Allen needed a Philly too, and I don't know that we've seen one of them yet either. Or one of those rather. But here's hoping. And if we don't, well, you're still going to get something, of course. Yeah, all 4 corners on this are, bad, especially the lower ones. Dennis Eckersley, Oakland A's, a little throwback ink. That is numbered to 120. Dodgers keep piling it on. A Gavin Lux relic, 395. LA Dodgers. And the last one I see up here, it's actually headed to the White Sox. Dylan Cease to 299 is the last one that we've got coming out of case number 1 of Tier 1. Now, we will be opening more Tier 1. I got significantly less this year than I normally get. Not because I ordered less, because they gave me less. So we won't have as much of it to open as we do in a normal year, but we'll still have several cases of Tier 1 that we'll be able to bust through. All right, so we're going to recap this, and given that every card in here is a hit and there are no base, we're not going to read off all the names and numbers again. We're not going to, flip them over and look at the back and all that because, well, that'd be just like doing the break all over, right? And so instead, we're just going to go through them here and let everybody get a little look, and that way, if you need to see something a second time, you can, or if you're watching it on tape delay and you just wanted to scroll to the end, we got you covered right now in our recap. Score Football, of course, is coming up next, so we will have that on the horizon. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of there. This little 1 of 1. Javi Baez, Cubbies, in it's his All-Star Game uniform, looks like, is where the relic came from. But a nice one nonetheless. So overall, I think we did pretty well in this case. Although, as you say, there are some teams that maybe didn't fare quite as well, but just in general, I think we had some pretty good hits. And what else? What else? That's how we started off with that Cal Ripken. So that kind of made me happy too. I like Cal Ripken. Even though I'm a Reds fan, I do like players from other teams too. So past and present. And Austin Meadows. That nice little Ivan Rodriguez. We did get some good veteran stuff in here too. So some nice rookies and a good blend of active players, veteran players, and some good retired ones as well. Alrighty, there you go. That is the case of Tier 1. Oh, no, Alexander said, oh, no Padres hit. And Chris said no Cardinals hit. Yeah, guys, I guess there were a few teams that didn't pull a card. But again, you will still get something. I will be sending you consolation cards in the mail. So sometimes, as I said, people have luck with those. So maybe, hopefully, keep our fingers crossed. Maybe you'll have some luck with some of that. Since Topps didn't give us any luck tonight, right? All right, this is going to roll us into the long break of the night, which is our Score Football break. And this is how it looks. All of this stuff that we've opened tonight should be out the door and on the way to you by Wednesday. I say by Wednesday because I'm hoping I can get some or all of it out sooner. But on the off chance that I can't, I do think everything should be out the door by Wednesday, on or before Wednesday. We'll say it like that. Now, Score Football, every team is going to pull cards in there. I don't anticipate that we need to worry about consolation cards there. Now, obviously, in these other two breaks that we've just completed, we know that there might be a need for some consolation cards there. And it works like this. Since it is a paid shipping break, if you did not pull a single card in your break of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It's going to ship out when all the rest of these breaks go, and it will have consolation cards in it. So you're still going to get something. You're not going to walk away totally empty-handed. All right, and as a final reminder here, going into Score Football, veteran base does not ship, and that literally just means the base. Inserts, parallels, numbered cards, autographs, relics, anything like that goes to the teams as normal. We're talking literally about just the base cards that are non-rookies. Even the rookie base gets shipped to the teams. It is just non-rookie, i.e. veteran, base cards that had their own bidding spot. So this is going to be a 6-box half-case break. Once again, break number 1, product released today, ended tonight on eBay, same night we're breaking it, Friday night, the 5th of June. Team names can be found there on the left-hand side. Your eBay user ID is up in lights across from your team on the opposite side if you are in this little break tonight. I say little, it's not going to be little. It's like, I don't know, 2,500 cards or something in this break. Close to 2,500 cards. So even if we cut a path, it's going to take us a while. So there, of course, your veteran base only bidding category, all that vet base goes right there to WIS Collectibles. Maybe stands for Wisconsin, maybe? I don't know. All right, let me get our score up here, and we'll get underway with that. And I'm also gotta get the boxes up here. Isn't it funny that they have Tom Brady on the front in his Patriots uniform when he's now a Buccaneer? Like somebody did their artwork a little too early, perhaps. Okie dokie. Get a little drink of water here. And we will get underway with score. You know what? I didn't even get as much score football as I normally get. And usually you can get almost like practically an unlimited amount of score football if you order early. And this year I got maybe a fourth of what I normally get. So, I mean, everything is just so jacked up right now. Okay, of course, these are big packs. There's only 10 packs per box, but each one has 40 cards in it. Like I said, lots of cards in here. And where does it tell us what all we're looking for? Our ultra rare intergalactic insert, if we find one. And then blah, blah, blah. For autographs, that's the part we care about. On average, well, we talked about that a minute ago, but in case somebody wasn't tuned in, on average is a little CYA for Panini, in case they forget to give you a hit, which happens sometimes. Occasionally they give you an extra hit. I like that better. And then sometimes they replace a hit or hits with Panini Rewards Points cards. If we find Rewards Points cards tonight, we'll use random.org and give them out at the conclusion of the break. So given that there's a massive amount of cards to go through tonight, what we will do is in this first box, maybe go a little bit slower to look at our different types of inserts and things so everybody's kind of familiar with what's what. And then as we go into our subsequent boxes, we'll be going a lot faster through that basic kind of stuff, all right? Roberto, you have the Packers, the Bills, and the Jets. All right, cheese hot dogs here looking for the Vikings, if I remember right. Oh, look, Wisconsin Collectibles is here, and it did stand for Wisconsin. Yay. I got one right. I'm so happy about myself. And hi, Big Lefty. You just said wow, but I don't know what you said wow about. So I don't know what the wow was about. But anyway. Okay, and I also don't know, cheese hot dog, what did you say is going on there? I don't know. Did I say something, I guess, that didn't make sense? I don't know. Okay, guys, so this is an example of veteran base, okay? So a player that is not a rookie, right? That is just a base card. That is not a parallel. It's not an insert. It's not numbered. It's just a plain old base card of a non-rookie player. That is what goes to the veteran base category, okay? Now, the other stuff that are the other stuff that, they are inserts, or if they are numbered or whatever, parallels, that sort of stuff, that all goes to the teams. Rookies go to the teams. Autographs, relics go to the teams. So, big, massive amounts of stuff goes to the teams. And then, of course, that other stuff doesn't. So hopefully that makes it so that it makes a little bit more sense. I know it's hard sometimes to think about when you see no veteran base what that entails, but that's basically it in a nutshell. All righty. Okay. So this is a Will Fuller that looks like it should be numbered. It's not numbered, but it is it is a parallel anyway, because you can see the gray border on it, not white. So that will go to the teams, because that is not a base card as such. Inserts go to the teams. Under the radar is this particular one for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins. Again, you can see a little chipping even on these cards down on that lower corner on that one. And then, of course, we've got all of our lovely little draft inserts. Those are our recently drafted players. They go as well, obviously, to the teams. And we've got Breakthrough here, another insert type. And then a hit, which is, at least I think it's going to be autographed, yeah, which is Kendrick Rogers. Now, what we haven't talked about yet, these guys are in their collegiate uniforms. Here is what that means to you on our rookies. If they were drafted, of course, they're going to go to the team that drafted them. If they were undrafted, but they have subsequently signed a deal to participate in a mini camp or whatever the case is, if they're currently signed with a team, which many or most of them will be, it's going to go to that team for our undrafted free agents. So that's how that will work. And I think, well, we really haven't come across anybody, I don't think, that hasn't signed some sort of deal with somebody. And nobody's obviously moved around yet because we haven't had any kind of anything for them to be evaluated. So, so that's handy. All right, next up, we've got a hollow foil, and it is numbered, and looks like it is numbered to 20. Larry Fitzgerald, Arizona Cardinals. Oh, Big Lefty, you said wow because of the amount of cards. Yeah, this product has so many cards. That's why I don't break it usually by the full case, because my gosh, there's 2,400 cards in a half case, you know. It's crazy. Insert for the Texans. This one goes to the Broncos with Cortland Sutton. There's a little Okudah. Somebody asked me about Okudah earlier, so there's an Okudah insert. Of course, he's the Lions. And under the radar for Darius Slayton. And then, of course, we've got some rookies in here, and obviously the rookies do go to their respective teams. They don't go to veteran base, obviously. The rookies don't. So, okie dokie. I think we're rolling along fairly well. Bill's card says it keeps shipping costs way down. Well, it doesn't have anything to do with shipping, Bill's cards. You know what it has to do with? Sorting. Do you have any idea how long it would take to sort a 2,400 card break into teams? I can tell you an exceedingly long time. That wouldn't even be done in a day by the time it got sorted and then had to be prepared for shipping and all of that. And 99% of the people who break this product do not care one little bit about the veteran base, at least not out of my regular people. And that's why we do it that way. So those who do care about it and want a set build, you get an opportunity to go through and buy all the veteran base. And those who don't care about it, all right, more power to you. Then we can get through it and you get your product faster. And we don't spend 3 days sorting a product to stuff that most people don't care about. That is numbered to 100 for Chasen. As an under the radar Philip Lindsay for the Broncos and Isaiah Simmons. Followed by Julio Jones. Then we've got Fantasy Stars. This happens to have 3 different teams on the same card. So that's going to have to go up in our housekeeping area. And at the end of this break, we will use random.org to figure out where that's going to go, along with any other cards we find like it that have multiple teams on it. So, yeah, pretty much any time we do a product that has a massive amount of base in it, it's going to be broken out separately. That happens with Bowman. When we do it by the half case, I ship all the cards. When we do it by the full case, we break the paper base out separately. And pretty much any product we do that has a massive amount of base, it's going to get broken out. So, but it does always say that in the listing. So that's why I always tell you guys, make sure you read the listing description every time, because it'll tell you. There's a nice little Chase Young parallel. It's not numbered, but still a nice little hit there. Headed to the Redskins. And under the radar, Winston, Jacob Eason, and the Bengals, Joe Mixon with a breakthrough insert. I think it's the first breakthrough insert we've seen. Nate Stanley, our next autograph out. And I will freely admit that I do not remember where all of these guys, many of these guys, go. I haven't learned it yet. We've only done one break of them in their collegiate uniforms, and I did not commit them all to memory. So if somebody wants to look it up at the end of the night, we certainly can go through. I can go through and look it all up. Or the ones that I know, of course, I'm going to tell you as we go along. I mean, technically, we know where they go. They're going to go where they were drafted and or where they have signed. But still, if there's a question about one, just tell me there in chat, and I will gladly, set it aside, and we can do it at the end of the night. Nice little Henry Ruggs parallel. Another breakthrough, Chris Carson, the Seahawks. We've got another multi-team card here. And it's a different set. They both had Lamar Jackson. I thought for a minute it was the same card, but it's not. Under the radar for the Bengals. And, wow, we got a little Cole Beasley. Hey. We got some veteran ink, and that is on a red hollow foil parallel. It is numbered 220 going to the Buffalo Bills. And then our little stack of rookie cards comes out next. At least they have the packs set up nicely, right? Which, truthfully, if Wisconsin Collectibles is still here, and if Wisconsin Collectibles doesn't care about seeing all the veteran base, we could technically go right into the part where the hits are and not look at all the veteran base, which is sometimes what I do if the person who has the veteran base is here and says, hey, yeah, that's okay. And then that does speed it up a little bit, but not everybody, not everybody wants to do that. So it's up to you. All right, so why did I put that in there? I didn't mean to, but that's okay. It would get sleeved ultimately anyway. Christian Kirk and the Cardinals. There's, oh, this guy's in hot water, isn't he? Jake from, for the comments he made that somebody leaked from a text conversation. Cooper Kupp and the Rams. Fantasy Stars. There's another guy that had a tough week with some commentary. Drew Brees is on that card. A few of them had a little bit of a problem, haven't they? Mr. Pirine comes out next. Bill's cards, you said you have boxes and boxes of base that you can't give away. Yeah, exactly. So I will say this to you. Periodically, I don't know if you have like a Ronald McDonald House or a Shriners Children's Hospital or anything like that in your area, but if you do, most of the time they will take them if you just want to get rid of them and give them away, because periodically, I mean, I have to do that too. Although I don't have as much these days, because usually set builders and things will want the veteran base when the rest of us kind of don't. But in the times when, say, for instance, if the veteran base doesn't sell on a break or something, and then I have it here, yeah, it piles up here too. And you got to donate it somewhere or it just takes over the world. This is numbered to 100, Jason McCourty, and that is for the Patriots. So that's what I would say, is maybe you could try to donate it, maybe. A little Chase Young. Somebody would probably take it. Chris Godwin. There's a Ravens celebration card. And then here comes our, whoops, there comes our base to bring up the back of the pack. Yeah, this product even takes longer to sort than other products because of the fact that they're in their collegiate uniforms. So I do double check them all and verify them, even the ones, that one's bent on the corner, that Julian Edelman, right out of the pack, it's bent right there. So I do always verify them on the rookies that don't have their NFL teams on them. So this product even has extra sorting time to make sure all that is right. Takes a while on good old Score, but I do like Score, so still. Darius Slayton, Giants. There's an A.J. Dillon draft and an all-hands team DJ Moore for the Panthers. More Fantasy Stars. We're going to have loads of those. I don't guess I need to put them all in a sleeve right now. I mark on them once we know which team they're going to, but I think we'll save some time and do it later. The sleeving. Numbered to 50, Darius Slayton, Under the Radar. And then, of course, our little selection of rookies that are in every pack. Ah, Roberto, that Cole Beasley's lures. I'm catching up on chat. I have to read backwards. All right, Wisconsin Collectible says we can skip through the veteran base. Awesome, then that's what we're going to do. We'll just go right in. You can see the last one out there was base, and then we'll rock right on through. So, woohoo! Thank you, Wisconsin Collectibles. That helps us go a little faster through this. All right, number 250, we have got a Joey Bosa for the Chargers. That's a nice little gold hollow foil. Bosa brothers taking over the NFL, aren't they? That was the Broncos. We've got more Fantasy Stars, more Under the Radar, John Brown and the Bills. Oh, there's a little Grant Delpit. And here we are again, back to a little stack of rookies. All right. Bills Cards is trying to make a deal there to buy the Cole Beasley already. So look at that. You already got a buyer. Of course, I don't know if you want to keep it or if you want to sell it. Some people keep them. Some people sell them. So you never know. Jason McCourty, the other McCourty on the Patriots. All hands, DeAndre Hopkins, still a Texan on that card, but we all know what a silly trade they made, don't we? San Francisco 49ers, team card, breakthrough, Kenny G, the Lions, and more fantasy going up there. Fantasy stats. Oh, Lynn Bowden Jr., yay. Played for my alma mater, the University of Kentucky. He's a heck of an all-around football player. I don't know. I mean, I think Gruden said he wants to use him as a running back, which, I mean, he never played in college. He was wide receiver, and he had played quarterback in high school. And we had to press him into service as a quarterback this past year when our guys got injured. And, I mean, honestly, he ran as much as he threw, and he ran like a running back. But he never really played running back, but that's what Gruden says he's going to do there for the Raiders. So I guess he will. We'll see if he's really just more of an all-around athlete. I'm kind of surprised that they peg him in at running back because he's got a whole lot more potential than that, I think. But I don't know. Chucky's going to do what he's going to do with him, I guess. So we'll just have to wait and see how he puts him to use, I suppose. For the Rams, it is Robert Woods. Celebration 49ers. Breakthrough, the Lions, and Kenny Golladay. This looks exactly like the pack we just saw, doesn't it? It's like a carbon copy of the pack we just saw, down to the fantasy stats and everything. It's kind of crazy. But this breakthrough is numbered. It's numbered to 50. Carolina Panthers and DJ Moore. I think that they have collated a lot of this the same. We're going to see probably more than once the same cards come out in the same order on the inserts. Uh-oh, the cats are in a fight. I may have to intervene. Yeah, I think I do. Hang on. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Maybe not, but that didn't sound good, did it? I don't know. Something happened there that did not sound good at all. We'll find out what it was later, I guess. That is a Curtis Weaver rookie parallel with the gray border. Yeah, that was quite loud. As under the radar, Philip Lindsay. Like, I don't even know what they're into it about. That's kind of something. Isaiah Simmons. Should get a little bonus entertainment, a cat fight. Julio Jones, a literal cat fight for the Falcons. And, ooh, a Jordan Love autograph. At least I think it's going to be an autograph. Yeah. Oh, man. He's one of these guys that signs it like that. I hate that. You get two little stupid initials. But anyway, if you have Jordan Love, you don't probably care how he signs it. But maybe, I don't know, he could put a little effort into it. But regardless, it's a nice hit. So, all right. Was that our first autograph out of this box? Out of this one, two, yeah, I guess it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's autograph 5. So yeah, it's our first one out of this box. Okay, so this box is off to a good start then. Oh, Roberto, you said the last time you intervened with your dogs, you got bitten. Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know. I thought we were going to have some bloodshed in there, but, I mean, there was some big, I don't know, crash. They've knocked something over, busted something up, but outside of that, one got down and ran away, so I guess we're all right. Zadarius Smith, that's another guy that played for UK. He's a Packer. DJ Chark for the Jags. And we've got Jonathan Taylor and the Chargers with Austin Eckler. And a little veteran ink, Xavier Howard. Whoops, that is the wrong sleeve. That is the thick card sleeve. We do not want that. Oh, it was a J. Oh, it was J and a heart. Oh, well, that's a terrible looking heart. Xavier Howard for the Dolphins. That is an absolute. That does not look like a heart at all. It looks like a V, actually. It does not look like a heart, but I guess it is one. He just dipped it down in there a little bit, so I just glanced at it. Honestly, I thought it was the L. But okay, so it's a poorly drawn heart. I gotcha. That makes more sense, I guess, but still. Still in all, I would still rather them sign their names. That's just how I feel about it. I'm old school that way. I like that better. That's what I would prefer. But what are you going to do? That is James Morgan. And the Ravens. And Christian McCaffrey. More Fantasy Stars. We're pulling all of our autographs one right after the other. Curtis Weaver is the next one out. Daggone it. I must have my two sizes of sleeves mixed up together in there. I keep getting that same thick one. Let me just, you know what? Let me just move these aside. And I'm going to open another pack. Let's just get this pack going. And hopefully I haven't mixed up the two sizes in it. So yeah, I don't think old Aaron Rodgers was too happy about them drafting J-Love. I mean, he didn't overtly say that, but he kind of did, talking about how he had thought he would retire with the Packers, but then, oh, well, maybe not. Now he's not so sure kind of thing. So I guess he's feeling the burn, but hey, he came in and did it to Favre, so that's probably why he sees the writing on the wall. But I don't think they're trying to bum rush him out the door. Not anytime soon, anyway, I don't think. Hollow foiled 35, DJ Moore and the Carolina Panthers. The Jags, another DJ Chark. There's some more fantasy stars under the radar. Jared Pinkney. And there's a Tua base. Not for nothing. I mean, I don't think the rookie base in here goes for huge amounts of money, but still. It's good to have. Oh, Roberto, I will always send the card to you first. Whoever, I don't mind a bit if you guys make any kind of deals you want to make in chat, but I'm always going to ship it to the person who bought it first. And then what you do with it from there, of course, is up to you. But otherwise, if anything were to happen to it, you know, if it got lost in the mail from the post office or somehow got damaged in transit or who knows what could happen, then we would be in kind of a mess with a third-party person involved. So I'm always going to send it to the person it belongs to, and then you can, of course, parcel it out from there if you made a deal on it. There is Alvin Kamara, numbered to 100 for the Saints. I mean, not that I think anything would happen to it, but it's one of those things where I don't want to be the middleman in case something happens to it. That just doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, there's a CD Lamb. And a little Kyler Murray breakthrough. And there's your Joe Burrow base. What do you guys think about? How do you think he's going to do? I mean, it's not as though the Bengals are loaded across the board and all they needed was quarterback. I mean, they've got some other areas of need, too. I hope they don't chew him up and spit him out. Shannon, you cannot get the base cards. Again, guys, the base cards are not included in this. They were sold as a separate bidding category, which was noted in the listing description. So if you would have had to have bought the base card, the veteran base category, if you wanted to get the veteran base cards. Otherwise, you know, those are all sold as one group to someone. That was Josh Jacobs. There's Tyler Boyd. Next up, there's another Jordan Love. And there's a Cortland Sutton breakthrough. And more fantasy stars. Now, the rookie base, of course, does ship to the teams. All these things that we're stopping and looking at, all the inserts and autographs and rookie base, goes to the teams as normal. It's the stuff that we don't look at. The veteran base, we looked at it in the first few packs till Wisconsin Collectibles told us we didn't have to. But that's the stuff that goes to the veteran base bidding spot. Yay, our intergalactic. Woohoo! And look at that. It's Dalvin Cook for the Vikings. So, cool little hit right there if you've got Minnesota. So, Panini calls them ultra rare. That sort of mean it's kind of I'm going to call it an unofficial case hit. Because Panini virtually never guarantees their case hits. Instead, they call them ultra rare. And truthfully, there are cases where they don't show up. They don't put them in there. C.J. Henderson. And then there's other cases where you find it in there more than once. So they don't technically call most of that stuff case hits. They call it ultra rare. But that loosely translates into a case hit. So there you go. So Vikings got the nice little intergalactic, which is a good one to hit. the Browns and Vernon. Then we've got John Brown for the Bills. Delpit again, we saw him earlier. And another DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of these we've seen several times. Charlie Warner is out next. And then our little stack of rookie base. As late as they produced these cards this year, I'm kind of surprised they didn't go ahead and put them in their NFL uniforms. Although I guess they haven't been able to get that photography done, have they? I didn't think about that. Guess they haven't exactly had the rookie premiere, did they? It's another one where I think the corner's maybe a little bit bent on the top of that pack. Not excessively like the other one was, but it's definitely got a little bit of a bend to it on the Gesicki. Alan Hearns and Julian Edelman. Seahawks celebration card. Breakthrough Titans. Jerry Jeudy. I like Jerry Jeudy. I think he's going to be pretty good too, to tell you the truth. We'll see, I guess. You never know. But I think he will be. Broncos are actually looking to be pretty loaded up, I think, as a whole. The whole team for the Broncos. All right, T-Man needs a Chris Godwin signature. All right, that is very specific. We will see if the Mojo will deliver a Chris Godwin signature. I'm going to try it. See if we can make it happen. We will do our best to deliver that. Alrighty, Sterling Shepard for the Giants. Truthfully, we know these are numbered on the front when they are numbered, so rather than flipping them all over when the numbering's on the front, maybe we'll just look at them from the front. As the Broncos and another Fantasy Stars. There's an Under the Radar, and then we've got, I believe, one of our autographs. Keyshawn Vaughn autograph. And I believe he is Tampa Bay, isn't he? I think he is. So, even though you don't get your Chris Godwin, I believe Keyshawn Vaughn is Tampa Bay. Wouldn't 100% swear to it, but that's what I think. Patrick Chung. Parallel. Patriots. See? Habit. I still flip it over even though I know it's not numbered. Habits. DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. There's the 49ers. This little bad boy is numbered 250. It is a Derrick Henry Tennessee Titans breakthrough card. And then a stack O rookies. So, yeah, you know, they normally, I bet we're going to have, well, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have more sticker autographs or what with our rookies this year. Or how, maybe they just FedExed it to them. But normally, Panini gets the, I don't know, the hot rookies is not the right word, but a certain number of rookies that usually, I believe, is designated by the NFL Players Association. They're largely offensive players, but some defensive players mixed in. And they go to the rookie premiere event, and that's where Panini photographs them in their NFL uniforms, and they have, then they get a bunch of their cards pre-produced real quickly, and they bring them in, and they get them to sign them. This is a hollow foil numbered to 20, Brandon Carr and the Ravens. So, like, even though the bulk of their, you know, whatever the set is, the rest of the set has not been produced yet, but they'll produce just the rookies who are going to be at the premiere, and they get them to sign those cards there. So, since there has not been a rookie premiere, I wonder how that's going to work. Because they're going to have to get them photographed, of course, in their NFL uniforms. And then unless we get a whole boatload of sticker autographs, we're going to have to find a way to get them the cards and do all that stuff. T-Man, you think that Keyshawn Vaughn is going to be Tom Brady's next James White out of the backfield? All right, I could deal with that. I don't know a lot about Keyshawn Vaughn, honestly, so that's the type player he is, comparable to a James White. Well, that's good then. Brandon Cooks for the Rams. Because James White flat get it. Anytime they are in playoffs or anything like that, man, you just knew James White, he's going to find a way. And he pretty much usually did. Gabriel Davis autograph. So, I don't know. I just hope we get to start the NFL season on time and we don't have to mess around. All right. We have got a little insert for the Colts. Quentin Nelson. Loads of fantasy stars. Loads and loads of them. Under the radar, oh, there's a T. Higgins and an autograph that is Cole Kmet. I don't know. It's numbered to it's numbered to 99, and I think he's the Bears, possibly. So yes, I do go look all that up, guys. I don't just guess at it. I'm just, if there's one that off the top of my head I think might be right, I will let you know. But I do, of course, officially look it up when I'm sorting it before it goes out the door. But I'm just sharing with you the ones that I think I might know on some of these guys. To 100, it is a Julian Edelman for the Patriots. And then we've got Jonathan Taylor, the Chargers, more fantasy stars, loads of those. Under the radar, Tannehill, and then a bunch of rookie base. Roberto, you say, is for the Bears. Okay, good. That's what I thought, but I wasn't going to totally swear to it because I've only sorted these guys once, and the draft was so far back that I haven't retained it. There is a Darrington Evans insert. Another CD Lamb. Kyler, Ravens. Ooh, a little Noah Fant autograph for the Broncos. Nice. He'll be a sophomore, of course, but cool hit for Denver right there. He's now a veteran player. Seems so strange. He still seems like a rookie to me because we haven't seen the new guys play yet. Yes, Steve, we did hit that autograph just a couple of autographs back. Cam Akers, and if I would hold it the right way, we could see the numbering. It's numbered to 50 with a gold hollow foil coming out for Cam Akers, who I think is maybe the Rams, possibly. But yeah, you know, normally Score comes out virtually at the same time of the draft. Like you have the draft, or you have Score come out on, say, a Wednesday, and the draft starts on Thursday. Normally is the timing of Score. So when you're breaking it and or sorting it, the draft is still really fresh in your mind, at least for me. And so it's much easier to remember. There's another one that the top card's kind of wonky on that corner. They must be putting them in the box in a funky sort of way. But anyway, obviously a big gap this year. Lots of things different about this year. Jake Breland, that is numbered to 100. So I'll have them all memorized before too long, hopefully. Alrighty. Got a huge stack of Fantasy Stars up there. Oh, look at this. We've got another ultra rare. See, now that, to me, is part of the advantage of when you're doing loose box breaks. See, some people are like, oh, I don't want to do loose box breaks because, you know, you might not get whatever. I always think, well, you might get twice of whatever. And sure enough, we have an extra ultra rare hit. I say extra, but it just means it's our second one out of 3 boxes, so I think that's pretty good. And it's Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. Harrison Bryant insert, followed by one for the Browns and a Jared Pinkney, and one for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and under the radar there for the Dolphins. So yeah, I've always kind of been that way. I look at it as like, hey, I might hit, instead of 1 Zion Williamson, I might hit 2 or 3 or 6. But I know not everybody looks at it that way. It's just the way I do. All right, so we are halfway finished with score. So we've opened 3. We have 3 left to go. I told you, it takes a while. Even when you're moving through it, it still takes a while. It's just a long break with that many cards. Ooh, I see a printing plate. Means we've got a 1 of 1. Hey! All 3 of our breaks tonight, we hit a 1 of 1. How often does that happen? Not awfully. Not very. 3 new release products, 3 1 of 1s. Oh, I like it. Makes me very happy. The Chargers with a Melvin Gordon 1 of 1 printing plate. So for those of you who might not have ever gotten a printing plate before, the deal is this. They really are used to make the cards. So they often have surface marks, scratches. Sometimes they have a series of letters or numbers stamped on them. They occasionally have bends or creases in them. They've got sometimes pitting. I mean, it's a variety of things. Sometimes they're in better shape than others. But they're not, hardly ever are they minty mint, because they for real were used to print the cards. So I always like to warn people about that, because there was someone who got one once, not from me, not in one of my breaks, but someone who received a printing plate. And does that look like that's miscut? Looks like it's off center. Maybe it's not. It's just my eyes. Anyway, they got it, and of course, you know, had some of those imperfections on it. So they they sent it back to Panini and wanted to have it replaced. You know how Panini will replace damaged cards. But they're like, yeah, we can't replace that. So, well, look at that. If you happen to have the Cardinals, look what you just hit. Oh, that's not Kyler. That's Kenneth Murray. I saw the Murray, and I saw the, dang it. No, that's Kenneth Murray. Sorry. False alarm. Daggone it. I got ahead of myself. That's numbered to 10. It's a hollow foil. I got all excited thinking it was a Kyler Murray. It's a Kenneth Murray autograph. Kenneth. Okay, so, yeah, well, that's what you get. But anyway, Panini will not replace printing plates because, well, they can't. They only, you know, there's just one of them. Use them to make the card. Kenneth Murray is the Chargers. Okay, thank you, Roberto. I didn't know where he went. I didn't even have an inkling on him where he went. So Kenneth Murray is the Chargers. I got all happy thinking we had Kyler, but we didn't. Oh, well. And more Fantasy Stars. So many Fantasy Stars. So many of them. Wisconsin Collectibles, you said the Beastie Boys start playing in your head every time you see the Intergalactic card. And you said it reminds you of Sports Flicks. Roberto says reminds him of Sports Flicks. You know what it reminds me of? Do you guys, I'm really going to date myself here. Those of you who are younger are going to have no idea what I'm talking about. But they used to put like trading cards with that sort of look to them in boxes of cereal, like in Frosted Flakes and stuff. Do you guys remember that? This is numbered to 35 for the Lions, Matt Prater. And they called, I forgot what they called them. There's a burrow. They call them like 3D cards or something. They had some little, name that they called them. But you would get them in boxes of cereal. And that's what those intergalactic cards remind me of. So. All right. We have got a Garoppolo parallel. There's one for Packers. There's a nice J.K. Dobbins insert. Tyler Lockett and the Seahawks. And here comes a Steven Montez autograph out next. J.K. Dobbins is a Ravens. Did we have an autograph for him? Why did I say his name a minute ago? I don't think we had an autograph, did we? It was just an insert. All right, but this Montez here, that, of course, is an autograph. And I don't know why. I can't remember where Montez goes. I know it, and I can't think of it. When I hear it, I always want to think of Montez Sweat, which, of course, obviously not correct. Where does that guy go? I can't think where Steven Montez goes at all. Yeah, I don't know. He is the Redskins. Okay, so all right. So there you go. Montez Sweat and this Montez. I ought to be able to remember that then. Redskins. DeAndre Baker and the Giants. There's Fantasy Stars. And, oh, you do remember those cards. T-Man remembers them. Oh, and so does Wisconsin Collectibles. Okay, cool. And they did call them 3D cards. That's what I thought it was, but I wouldn't have absolutely staked my life on it. But I kind of thought that's what they used to call them. But that's what these remind me of a little bit. Mitchell Wilcox. Next autograph out. All righty. We're making progress. Oh, yeah, the hologram cards, too. Yeah, the hologram cards are pretty cool. I'll agree with you on that. Curtis Weaver and the Dallas Cowboys with an Amari Cooper, a team card for the Texans, a breakthrough for the Eagles, and a Jared Pinkney autograph. All righty. Yeah, too bad we didn't save a bunch of those cereal collectibles from when we were kids, right? Because then, well, of course, they might not even be worth anything now. I don't know. But you figure they probably would be. Some of them, anyway. Maybe not all of them, but some of them might have been. For the Ravens, numbered to 100 at Judon. Justin Jefferson, the 49ers. Chenault, the Saints. And then the base. You said Pinkney is the Falcons. Okay. I didn't remember him either. At all. Like, not even vaguely. Got another numbered one here to 100. That is Kelly Bryant. My Steelers, my Pittsburgh Steelers make an appearance with the team card. Haven't seen much Steelers tonight. A breakthrough for the Bills. And under the radar there for the Colts. Of course, we didn't have any first round draft picks, so... You never know. I don't know how things are going to roll for the Steelers this year. Supposedly, Ben's arm looks good. He's back to throwing full force and shave that god-awful beard. James Morgan, because you know when he had that surgery, or when he had the injury and then the surgery, he said he wasn't going to shave it until he was back to throwing an NFL caliber football. So... thank goodness he's apparently back to throwing an NFL caliber football, so one would hope he has shaved that monstrosity. I haven't seen him, but I hope he has. He looked like a mountain man, right? Like, he looked like he just rolled out of the hills and hadn't seen town for 6 years. I don't know. It was not good. Oh, Roberto, you got some Ninja Turtle bowls with your cereal. Dang, you were stepping up. I don't remember getting any, like, actual stuff like that. I just remember getting cards and, like, little toys and things of that nature. Although, we might have had a Tony the Tiger bowl or something, maybe. So maybe we did get them, too. I don't know. I just didn't stick with me as much, I guess. Marcus Davenport for the Saints. Packers, there's another J.K. Dobbins, and Seahawks, and here is Harrison Bryant with an autograph. Whoops. I don't know why they insist on having them go in different directions in the same pack. But they do make us work for it, don't they? Redskins, Darius Geis. Oh, another team card for the Steelers. See, I told you, exact same as we saw before. There's the other Bills for the breakthrough. And there's another Fantasy Stars. This one's going to be numbered. Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 100 with a Chris Godwin breakthrough. So we didn't get your autograph, but hey, we got you a little numbered insert of Godwin anyway. And we still could find your autograph, as far as that goes. It's not totally out of the realm of possibility. Almost all these top cards have at least some minor, like that one, see? It's on this corner. Have some kind of the top card catching the corner being bent coming out of the box. So they must have them really squeezed in that box this year. I mean, it's always a tight fit, but we don't usually see that many corners that are all crazy. Numbered to 100. That one is DJ Dallas. Buccaneers, Ravens, Seahawks, more Fantasy Stars. T-Man, you're happy with the Vaughn autograph? Yeah, good. I'm glad. I like that. I like when we find things you guys want. There's a Poyer for the Bills. Under the Radar Bengals, an A.J. Dillon, Carolina Panthers, and an autograph for Christian Fulton. At least I assume it's going to be an autograph. Yeah, it is. Usually when they're facing around that way at that point in the pack, that's what that means. Hollow foil. Number 235, we have Shea Patterson. I always did like the name Shea. I've only ever known one Shea in my whole life, but I always did like that name. There's a Breakthrough Chargers. All right. Chenault with the gray border parallel. Green Bay Packers team celebration. The Eagles. A Derek Brown insert. And a Breland autograph. Did we see Breland autograph before, or was it, maybe it was something numbered and not ink? I can't remember now. If it was a number, I remember calling out Breland. I just don't remember if I called him out for an autograph or a numbered insert. But anyway, you got an autograph for him for sure now, because there it was. Alrighty. Oh, we're going to have something numbered for my little Pittsburgh Steelers. It is numbered to 100, Vance McDonald for the Steelers. Then we have Chargers. Tua out for the Dolphins. A breakthrough for the Niners. More fantasy stars to add to our giant stack of them up there. I suspect we have a lot of duplicates in Fantasy Stars up there, so we may do that slightly differently than we normally do it. We're still going to use random, but I think we're going to have a lot of duplicates, so we'll talk about some options for that. Miles Sanders, the Eagles. Jacob Eason, Breakthrough Bengals, Team Celebration Texans, and Gross Matos. And that is hollow foil, and it is numbered 250 with Gross Matos. Is he a... No, that's not. I'm thinking of, what's his head? Another hyphenated name that's the Chiefs. Where does this guy go? I should remember him, but I don't. And then we've got another numbered hollow foil. We're rolling in numbered hollow foils lately. Oh, and look, it's Harry, numbered to 50, Harrison Smith. One of my very, very good friends, that is her cousin. Broncos, Akuda, Giants, Frome. So, was any one of those numbered? No, we got two of them in there, so, Lions and Bills each got one of the draft inserts. Usually there's only one per pack, so I thought maybe one of them was numbered, but it isn't. Another one with the top card, the corner's just all bent on it. I don't really quite know why that keeps happening. It has to be the way they've got them in the box. Chasen insert, a breakthrough for the Rams, more fantasy stars, an under the radar for the Falcons, and a nice little Chase Young insert. And we are at the last box mojo. Carolina Panthers was Gross Matos. Okay, thank you. Could not remember that at all. Well, come on. Because of the last box, I can't get it out of there. I mean, you can kind of see how they're in there. They're not like, I mean, they're kind of, they've got a little bit of space, but yet somehow all those edges on the top cards are getting all smashed around. I don't quite know why. A little weird. Or unusual, I guess is the word I should say there. There's a Hodgins parallel. Cowboys, Texans, Eagles. And right off the top, we've got an autograph for Denzel Mims. And it's a hollow foil, and it is numbered to 10 for Denzel Mims. So that's not too shabby either. Aye. All right. Denzel Mims is the Jets. Roberto says Roberto's racking them up tonight. You're getting a lot of hits, man. You bought your teams wisely. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. And the 49ers. There's a Henry Ruggs. And the Dolphins with some veteran ink. Devontae Parker headed your way. That is also hollow foil and gold and numbered to 50. All right, Chicago Bears with a little Riley Ridley. Justin Jefferson, 49ers. There's a Chenault insert. I think he's the Jags. That's the Saints with an insert. Closing in on it. We're making progress. Green Bay Packers numbered to 100 with Devontae Adams. So little Joe Burrow with the Panthers, the Saints, the Rams. More Joe Burrow. You know, it was kind of weird with him, right? I mean, there were all those rumors pre-draft going around that he really didn't want to play for the Bengals, and then you've got people who are telling him, oh, you should just tell him you won't play for him and all this. And of course, the kid's kind of from that area. And then, of course, he came out prior to the draft and said, oh, no, he'd be happy to play for them, blah, blah, blah. But I always kind of felt like he was just paying lip service. Maybe he really didn't want to based on all the early reports that you heard. But then, of course, obviously, the worst kept secret in the world. Everybody knew they were going to take him. Number 250, a hollow foil for the Green Bay Packers, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So I just wonder, how much does he really want to play there? The Ravens. Or maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he's just like, yes, I'm super rich now, and this is my dream to play in the NFL. It's Cowboys, the guy whose name I cannot pronounce, and then some base. But they definitely, I mean, they need more than just a quarterback down there in Cincinnati. So he's going to have his work cut out for him. I think that much is for sure. Another hollow foil. And it's the guy who got hit in the head with his own helmet, numbered to 35. It's Mason Rudolph for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I still, I mean, man, if you're going to get into it on the field, probably, oh, there's DeAndre Swift. I think he's going to be good. That's the Lions. I think that not the worst thing that could happen to you, but one of the worst things that could happen to you is having someone rip your helmet off and it bash you in the head with your own helmet. So pretty much you got no kind of fight in you if you're getting hit in the head with your own helmet. So you should probably just stop charging people. Tua for the Dolphins with the gray parallel. And the Packers, the Eagles, and Derek Brown. I mean, the guy plays for my team, right? But how embarrassing. That is just terrible. Zach Moss, and I have apparently a card stuck to it. Let's try this again. Let's extract Rieger and look again here. Might look a little better that time, right? Sitting there by himself with the Zach Moss. He was trying to, Rieger there was trying to hang on to him. Yeah, Roberto, you are racking them up, man. That's going to you too with the Bills. You are, you're going to have a nice group of cards coming your way. Blue parallel numbered to 100 is Sharp for the Titans. The Chargers, the Dolphins, the Niners, and more of the Fantasy Stars up there. Two packs left. Got a gray one for the Colts. Insert for the Packers. There's a J.K. Dobbins, Seahawks, and the Steelers. And then there was there's an Akuda base on the bottom of that little stack. And last but not least, in our final pack here, what do we have? Raekwon Davis. That's the gray parallel. The Lions, another Fantasy Stars. An insert for the Bills. And our last autograph that we're going to see is DJ Dallas. And I have no idea where DJ Dallas goes. I'll tell you that straight up. Right off the top. I do not in any way recollect where DJ Dallas goes. Because I don't think I hit him in, I don't think he was in Contenders draft picks, or if he was, I didn't hit him anyway. Because when I sort that, that's always what helps me start to cement in my mind where everything is going. And we see it's not totally cemented yet, don't we? But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, so we're going to recap a little bit here. But before we do that, we've got this giant stack of stuff here. So my feeling is that we probably have multiples, the way it looks, of virtually all of these. We've got, yeah, I mean, pretty much we do. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's what we're going to do with this. So we're going to take any of these that we have at least 3 of. I will send 1 to each team. And I feel like we're probably going to have 3 of most of them. And then whatever we have left over, that's what we'll use random. So in other words, if there were 5, I would send 1 to each team, and then the 2 that happen to be left over would be the ones would go to whoever hits random. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because I don't know that I explained that super well. But with this many duplicates, I just don't see any reason why we can't send 1 to everybody. But I am trying to just double check here real quickly and make sure that we have enough to do that. I think that we do, but trying to make sure. And then if we had any that didn't have 3, if we had something where not every team could get 1, then we would also use random to award the loose ones. Hopefully that made sense. Somebody tell me in chat if it does or if it doesn't. I think it does, but all right, there's the Pat Mahomes. There's a Deshaun. It's a different Lamar Jackson. Oh, I've got 2 different Daniel Jones going too, don't I? Those 2 are both Bengals. Those 2 are Bucks. Where's my Russell Wilson? All right, there's another, in which case he doesn't have to be in a sleeve right now. Packers can go there. I'm trying to see how many of them we have that will have at least 3 so that we can just sort them out as I go along. Where are you? There you are. And then that's Lamar with the Kansas City Chiefs. I know I have that. Where are you, Kansas City Chiefs, Lamar? Well, maybe I don't. Okay. So, this one we only have 2, so we can't do 1 per team on that. Maybe we're not going to be able to do 1 per team on several of these. I thought we were, but maybe we're not. That only has 2. This one has 4. So on this one, I can send 1 to the Bucks. Actually, the Buccaneers would have 2 of the spots. So the Browns will get 1 of those, and the rest of those will go to the Buccaneers. Those don't have to go to random because the Bucks have the other 2 spots on there. This only has 2. I really thought we had 3 of most of these, and then it turns out we don't. Those 2 are different. Those are only 2. All right, I guess we're not going to be able to do what I had hoped we were going to be able to do. That's 2. That's 2. Well, darn it. All right. I spoke too soon, didn't I? I really did feel like we had it covered, and then we don't. So there's only 1. There's only 1 that had more than 2 each. The rest of these are only 2 each. So I guess we'll go back to the original plan there, other than that first set that I showed you, in which case I will send 1 to the Browns, and all the rest of those will go to the Buccaneers because they have the other 2 spots on the card. Well, but then that's going to be weird. We'll just put them all in here. We'll just do them all the same way. All right, so I'm going to go left, middle, right. And that's what I'm going to type into random. We do random the same way each time. So when we have 10 or more items in a list, I do random one single time, and that takes care of it. Whatever it lands on, it lands on. When we have 9 or fewer items in our list, which we will have here, then we're going to do random 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. It's only going to be the third and final random that's going to make that decision for us. So that's what's going to happen here. So once again, we're going to be typing in, or I'm going to be typing in left, middle, and right. And then that we'll do random 3 times. Wherever it lands on that third one will tell us if it's going to go to the team on the left side of the card, the right side of the card, or the middle of the card. And I do always enter it the same way too. If a card is oriented left to right, I start at the left. If it's oriented top to bottom, I start at the top. All right, so ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There's 3 times in our date and time stamp, and it is going to the team on the right-hand side of each card. The right-hand side. Okay, so that means we are going Browns, 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 Chargers, Chargers, Packers, Packers, Panther, Panther, Cardinal, Cardinal, Giant, Giant, Panther, 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 Viking, Viking, Titan, Titan, Cardinal, Cardinal, Packer, Packer, Patriot, Patriot, Saint, Saint, Jag, Jag, Steeler, Steeler. All right, so those multi-team cards, that's how they are going. The team on the right-hand side of each of those cards. We do have 1 printing plate, so we did manage to eke a 1 of 1 out of all 3 breaks tonight. I love it when that happens. It's for the Chargers, Melvin Gordon. We found 2 of our quote-unquote ultra-rare inserts. Is the Intergalactic card. You have Dak Prescott coming out for the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, you know, you look at it that way, it's that way, and that way is that way. So they're kind of cool. And this one is the Dalvin Cook for the Vikings. I'm trying to show you both views, obviously, by tilting the little card. So those are pretty cool. I mean, I like them. Next up, numbered cards. These don't have autographs attached, of course. So that is to 100 for the Titans. This is a hollow foil Steelers numbered to 35. Hollow foil numbered to 50 for the Packers. And numbered to 100, the Packers. Hollow foil Vikings to 50. The Steelers numbered to 100. This is a hollow foil numbered to 35 of Shea Patterson. Numbered to 100, that is DJ Dallas. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, numbered to 100, Chris Godwin. Numbered to 100, it's Kelly Bryant. Then we have another one numbered to 100. That one goes to the Ravens. This is a hollow foiled 35 for the Lions. Numbered to 100, that is Jake Breland. Cam Akers, that's numbered to 50. Then to 100, the Patriots. Now, a hollow foil numbered to 20 for the Ravens. Breakthrough numbered to 50, the Titans. The Saints numbered to 100. A hollow foil to 35, Carolina Panthers. Breakthrough to 50, Carolina Panthers. Hollow foil to 50, the Chargers. Under the radar to 50, the Giants. To 100, the Patriots. To 100, that is Chasen. And then a hollow foil to 20 for the Arizona Cardinals and Larry Fitzgerald. Now the autographs. So once again, if they've been drafted, they go to the team that drafted them. If they are an undrafted free agent or were an undrafted free agent and subsequently signed with a team, then they will go to the team that they subsequently signed with. I don't know why I'm turning that around like I think it's going to be numbered. It's not numbered. But anyway, it is Kendrick Rogers, followed by DJ Dallas. Then we have a Zach Moss, a hollow foil Devontae Parker, numbered 250. Denzel Mims, hollow foil, numbered 210. This is, sometimes they face in, sometimes they face out, the numbers. Number 250, that is Matos, Gross Matos. Jake Breland, followed by Christian Fulton. And then we have Harrison Bryant, Jared Pinkney, Mitchell Wilcox, Stephen Montez, Kenneth Murray. Yeah, that's the one that got me earlier. Hollow foil, numbered to 10. Noah Fant. Kemet, numbered to 35. With a little hollow foil there as well. Gabriel Davis. Keyshawn Vaughn. Charlie Warner, Curtis Weaver, there's our Jordan Love, Xavier Howard. It's kind of wild that the Dolphins ended up with 2 veteran autographs out of here, and there were, what, like 3 veteran autographs or something in the whole thing? P. Ryan. And they mostly went to the Dolphins, didn't they? Numbered 220. Oh, I forgot about this one, though. That is a nice little hollow foil Cole Beasley, another vet auto. And then Nate Stanley wraps it up for us. Well, Mikey, we do the random normally. The random is done that way when you have a huge stack of cards like that. I mean, it's not realistic to take those and do those cards one at a time when you've got probably 50 cards there. So I always go left to right or top to bottom. Now, sometimes, as you point out, on some of those cards, the same team may have been on there twice, but sometimes they're on the left, sometimes they're on the right, sometimes they're on the middle, sometimes they're split. It might be one on the left, one on the right. I mean, you can't control where they're placed on the card, but that is the most fair way to do it, in the sense that we did not have 3 of each. If we had 3 of each, you know, that was my original intent, was that I was going to send 1 to each of the teams involved, which again still would have involved, if it had the same team on the card twice, that team would have still ended up getting more. But we didn't have 3 of any of them except the 1. So then it didn't make sense to single out just the 1 to do separately. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that is, you know, the way that those go on there. So, well, you're saying that because they had 2 of 3 of the same team, you think it should just go to that team? Well, I mean, I'm not actually, I guess, truthfully, if you want to look at it that way, we could do, I mean, you would technically own 2/3 of the card in that sense. So if we did it that way, which card does that affect? It affects a couple of them. That one doesn't affect that one. It would affect that one, that one, that one, that one, which is the one that had 4 anyway. Okay, so if you have, which are these your teams? The Seahawks. I know the Bills are not your team because those are Roberto. Are the Texans, the Buccaneers are, I think, also Roberto. So I know that's not yours. But of the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seahawks, if one of those are your team, Shannon or Mikey, then you just let me know, and I will go buy you the dollar card and replace it for you, or whatever it is. I'll give you the $1 to go buy it on eBay, because we did it the other way. But those are the cards that would be affected, would be these. So if one of those is your teams, the Kansas City Chiefs or the Seahawks or the Texans, then you can let me know. So T-Man, you said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are yours. Okay, well, the same thing applies to you, T-Man. So if you want me to buy you that card on eBay because I awarded it using random.org, then you can send me a message and let me know, and I'll take care of that for you. And Shannon and the others, I don't know. T-Man, you're good with the random. All right, we won't worry about that then. Roberto, I know, was the Bills, so if he's got any problem with the one that he would have otherwise gotten, then I'll be happy to sort that out with him. So that leaves the Chiefs, the Texans, and the Seahawks. So if you have that team and that is a problem for you, then you send me a message on eBay and I will send you over $1 or so on PayPal and you'd be able to pick it up on eBay. So I doubt it even probably doesn't even cost $1 on eBay. You could probably get a stack of them for $1 on there. But either way, we'll make it work if that impacts it. All right, for whoever has those teams. Okay, so that does have us all wrapped up for tonight. What I need to do, though, is a little recapping of your shipping information and such in case someone does want to know about that and you missed it earlier. And also, guys, you know, if you have something that comes up, like those questions, if you had raised that question before we did the random, then it would have been a whole lot easier to discuss it and address it than it is to do it after the random. Because, you know, obviously I can't take those cards away from the people that have already been awarded the card in random. So that's why I said if I need to send you $1 by PayPal so you can pick up another one, that's fine. I would rather do that than, you know, I've already awarded it to the other teams. But when you have questions like that, definitely, guys, bring it up before the random when we're talking about how it's going to be done. And then there's a chance to adjust it. Not much opportunity to do that once it's been completed, of course. But either way, we'll get you sorted out. So if one of those teams is yours, you just send me a message and we'll get you sorted out. Okay, so once again, what we did here tonight, all of these breaks I'm hoping to have out the door on or before Wednesday. If I can get it done sooner, of course I will. Some of the breaks are quicker and easier to sort and ship than others. Score will take a good long while to get done. Even with veteran base stripped out, it's still a long sort to get that ready to go. And if you were in Court Kings in Tier 1 and you happened to get skunked, meaning you did not pull a card of any sort, base or otherwise, then all you need to do is just, I didn't mean to say all you need to do. What I'm going to do is send you a consolation card. You don't need to do anything. You will still get a package in the mail. It will go out when the rest of the break goes out the door, and it will have your consolation card or cards in it. That's if you didn't get any card of any sort, including base, for Court Kings in Tier 1. In Score, I feel confident that all the teams involved will have cards coming, and so in which case we don't need to worry about consolation cards going out there. In the days ahead, it looks like this. Saturday and Sunday are off nights. On Monday night, we will do Tier 1 baseball by the full case. On Tuesday night, we will do a half case of Bowman baseball. Those are loose boxes from a shared case. On Wednesday night, we're going to do the new release, which is Diamond Kings baseball, and that will be a 12-box inner case. An inner case, guys, it's basically just a 12-box sealed case. They put 2 of those 12-box sealed cases together in a bigger box and call it a master case. So it's a case, it's a sealed case, it's 12 boxes, but it's called a quote-unquote inner case. All right, so that is it for me tonight. As always, I appreciate you being here. I thank you very much, and I hope I will see you again somewhere along the way going forward. In the meantime, stay safe and happy and healthy, and we will see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.